Christmas memories.
A pole dancing pole. Go on, Aid. He's brought our Disney Christmas mugs down. I'm so excited. Look at that. Rocky Road covered in chocolate. It's been a really busy day. Loads of work going on. I think it's getting on for about 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that, and I really need to make some dinner. So I'm going to share this Cajun chicken pasta with you. It's a really yummy meal. It's been inspired by, well, it's not been inspired by, because I haven't created it. Oh, I'm sorry. I first had this in Miller's Ale House in Orlando. It's like a sports bar type place, kind of. It's got booths and it's just really nice. The menu is massive, huge portions, and really cheap. And I've had Cajun chicken pasta in there a couple of times and it's really good. And I've been creating it at home ever since. I found a recipe on Pinterest which I will share, but I kind of don't follow that completely. I'll show you what I do, what's different, but it's a really quick and easy meal if you want something yummy and you don't have loads of time. The first part of the recipe I'm skipping mixing all the spices together. I'm doing it easier. I bought a Cajun spice, 49p from Home Bargains where we were this morning, and I did actually film a haul when I got home, and I'm going to share that in my next Vlogmas video. But the spices, herbs and spices, are 49p, so they're an absolute steal. It's so easy. Just simply coat the chicken in the Cajun spices, pop in a pan with a tiny bit of oil. I've added onions and peppers here. You can add whatever you like though. And then just fry that off all together and add a little bit of the lightest. I use the lightest Philadelphia spread because it's lower in calories. I add some water from the pan of pasta, mix that all up, a little bit of grated cheese, and I'm done. Mix it all up and it's really yummy and seasoned to taste. And there it is, our Cajun pasta. I've drained off the pasta and added it. It's so delicious. It's got a nice little kick. It's creamy and delicious, and it just took the time in which to boil pasta, so it's taken about 15 minutes to make. And there it is. I cannot wait to eat this. I have deviated away from the actual recipe quite a bit, as you can see, but I like to just make things how we like them. I didn't add the chicken stock, and I've obviously made some other changes. I've added red peppers, I've added sun-dried tomatoes, but it's all about making it to what suits you. Add mushrooms if you want, add peas, add broccoli, just add whatever you fancy. But it's a really easy way to make a really yummy sauce. Right, it's Sunday. I didn't really film yesterday, so I'm very sorry about that. I've just made us a spot of lunch. I've made wraps, wholemeal wraps with lettuce, sweet chili sauce, and cheese. Tomato on the side, and I've got some salt and vinegar squares. Aid's working on accounts, I'm working on Patreon stuff, and we're going to choose a Christmas movie. How are you doing with your Christmas movies? We watched a Hallmark one yesterday. I think it was called Christmas Time. It was really good. We really enjoyed that. But now I'm going to go through and pick us a movie to watch. I also want to do something. I bought a couple of these curtains from Primark last year. They were £5 each. It's like a voile curtain, but I can't hang the, I bought a curtain pole through, like a no screws one, and it's got a stitch through the thing, so I can't hang it. So I need to see if I can unstitch it so I can hang the curtain later. Let me know, have you seen the movie Last Christmas? It's a 2019, and I'm just seeing, I don't think anyone in particular, oh, Emilia Clarke's in it. Let me know if you've seen it and what it's like. That movie, by the way, that I just said we watched last night is called Christmas Town, not Christmas Time. That was it there, and it made Aid cry. We've decided to watch this. Now I'm just gonna unpick all this stitching so that I've got one big loop rather than two small ones.
How many girlfriends do you have? Hurry!
We gave up with the bonbon. Can't even say the word. And we're watching Krampus. I've taken all the little I was going to say sugary bits, no, stringy bits out of the curtains, and we're going to try and hang them.
Food on in mind.
Aid, how did you say you were feeling? You got the Christmas
munchies.
Christmas munchies. In other words, he wants to pick up something. You've just had those. Did you like your lunch, by the way?
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Double thumbs up.
Mine was mouldy. I didn't like to say anything to you.
Thanks.
I couldn't eat it all.
Was mine?
I don't know. I couldn't ever see any mould. I could just taste mould. I didn't like to say anything to you because I didn't want to put you off.
Oh, thanks. Well, it wouldn't put me off. I'd just like to know.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Because I would have just picked bits out of it.
I couldn't. There wasn't anything to pick out. So this is the new curtain pole, but Aid's turned it into a pole dancing pole. Go on then, Aid. Right, so this is our reasoning above it. The window above our bed, we've got wall one side, no wall the other. So we're going to see if we can make this look a bit nicer. And that fits really nicely over the pole now. I just picked up this pole from Amazon. It was £26. And here it is with the curtains. Doesn't that make a big difference? It just adds a much softer look to it. Right, I am about to make a chicken bruschetta. It's a low carb chicken meal, and to combat the low carbs I'm going to go with a chocolate Tiffin. I made this a couple of weeks ago. It was so good. Aid said it was the best thing I'd ever made. It is basically Rocky Road with chocolate melted on top. It's so good. I've got a pan boiling at the moment of water with a little empty dish over, and I'm going to melt my chocolate in there first. I'm going to get that going and then do the chicken. I'm about to do a little bit of an experiment. I haven't bought any cheap chocolate since I went to Lidl, and the last Lidl shop I did was the beginning of the year. I haven't been back since. I'm nearly out. I do buy it in bulk when I buy it, and I'm starting to run low. So I'm gonna give some other chocolate a go. I've got a Savers bar from Morrison's, and that's dark chocolate, and 2 milk chocolate from my post office, which is 50p a bar. So I'm gonna give this a go and see how it goes. I'm gonna do the dark chocolate first. I just really don't want to buy cooking chocolate. It's so expensive. I don't think the taste is that good. The Lidl chocolate, if I'm totally honest, I think it's 39p a bar or something. It's really, really good. I know, like Cadbury's chocolate, for example, it doesn't melt great. It goes grainy. But let's give this a go. It's got a bit of a funny texture. This is the Morrison's. I'm just going to do, I've done, I think, 2 bars, 2 rows. So let's see how that melts first before I do any more. Aid's just been up in the loft bringing some of the early Christmas boxes down. He's bought our Disney Christmas mugs down. I'm so excited. We bought these from the Disney store last year. They're really, really cute. I can't wait to start unpacking everything. I think we're going to start doing it tonight. The dark chocolate's melting well. I've just tried this 50p bar from the post office. It's really, really good. I'll show you the packaging. It's one of the, is it the Premier? I can't remember. You know, the little purple sign. It's like a little shop, and ours has a post office in it as well. That's actually really quite nice, really quite creamy. I like Milka, but I don't like Cadbury's. I like Galaxy as well. Let's see if it melts. And if so, we're on to a winner. I'm going to start prepping my chicken. I've got a glass bowl. I don't have any measurements. It's a video I've seen, so I'm just going to blag my way through it. I'm going to put some olive oil, a little bit of olive oil, a fair bit of balsamic vinegar, some garlic and some Mediterranean seasoning, and some salt in here. And that is melting really well too. I'm so pleased. Anything to save some money. I'm glad I didn't have to buy that expensive stuff. Chocolate's melting really nicely, and now that I knew it was going to melt, I've added 3 tablespoons of golden syrup and 100 grams of margarine. And I'm just going to let that all mix down really nicely. Chocolate is melted. I'm now taking, I've got 150 grams of digestive biscuits, and I'm crushing them into this mixture. May well add more. I'll see how it goes. If you're in the States, the nearest thing to digestive biscuits, although it's not the same, are the graham crackers. These are a bit chunkier than graham crackers, but these are like our equivalent. Crumbled in extra biscuits. So I've actually ended up doing 200 grams of digestives. I've sprinkled in some sultanas, and I've also just halved a few glace cherries. Who loves a glace cherry? Neither of my kids like them, but we love them. I'm going to mix that all in. It needs to be nice and thick and everything coated. I've tightly pressed it in, pressed it to the edges. It's all pretty much on one level. And then I've sprinkled it with marshmallows, and I'm going to stick this in the fridge. And the good thing about this, you can just change it to what you and your family like. If you don't want marshmallows, don't add marshmallows. If you don't want fruit, don't add the fruit. Just add what you want. And if you are vegan, just go with dark chocolate if it's providing it's dairy free, obviously, and don't add the marshmallows. So add vegan margarine, and it's easy to do. I've just licked the bowl. It tastes so good. I'm now going to get onto that chicken. So as I don't have any details, I've just done some oil, lots more vinegar than I have oil. I've added some salt and some Mediterranean seasoning. And I've been working all day, I'm tired, so I'm going to cheat and use garlic granules. And yes, that is one of the kids' baby spoons. That's faded, but I still use. This wasn't actually in the recipe, but I've actually put some spinach, some baby spinach at the bottom, and I'm going to pop my chicken on there at the moment. I've got the chicken in the balsamic oil, herby seasoning, and garlic and salt. These are just skinless, boneless chicken thighs. And now I'm going to pop that on top of my bed of baby spinach, like that. So think of this is bruschetta chicken, so the chicken would be the bread if you were making the bruschetta. And then I've got half a small chopped onion and a whole load of cherry tomatoes as well, which I've halved. Right, I'm going to pour the cherry tomatoes and the onions over the top, and a whole load of fresh basil. If ever I haven't got fresh basil, I always just add pesto instead. And that's like nicely over the chicken. This was the balsamic and oil that I had left from what the chicken was sat in. I can pour that over the top. There we go. I've smothered it in grated cheese, and I'm going to stick that in the oven for 180 degrees. I've ended up cooking mine for a lot longer than planned. It's actually been in quite a while. I turned it right down because we decided to have some rice. So this is what it looks like when it's been in a very long time, but just make sure that your chicken is well cooked. I started off putting it in for, I think, about 20 minutes, half an hour I was planning to do it. It obviously depends on the size chicken you're doing as well, but I think this smells very, very nice. And in that time, my Rocky Road is lovely and cool. These have stuck on quite nicely. And I am melting more chocolate. Another 100 grams of dark and 200 grams of milk. So in total for the recipe, that's been doubled. So I did 100 dark and 200 milk for the Rocky Road. And again for the topping. That's nearly ready now. And now I'm just going to drizzle over the chocolate. I want it to go on as evenly as possible. I could have maybe done with a little bit more.
Might have to melt some more.
I think it's because last time I did it I didn't add marshmallows, so now it's got to go over the marshmallows as well.
Oh, I see.
Go careful, this bowl is so hot.
Lucky you're doing it.
There we go, I managed to coat it all, and that's going back in the fridge. There we go. I've just really easily just lifted this out of the tray. It hasn't taken very long to set. You could even, like if you melted white chocolate, you could like drizzle it over, you could sprinkle it with sprinkles or whatever you fancied. I'm going to slice this up. Are you ready to try? You can have that big bit and I'll have this bit.
Okay.
This looks really yummy.
Nice.
You ready?
Really nice. That chocolate's nice.
Do you prefer it with or without the marshmallows?
Probably without.
Me too. I do as well.
Nice.
Nice to try something different, but I think next time I'd go without the marshmallows.
What, the one you make? The one you make tomorrow?
It's really good. You need to try it. Look at that. Rocky Road covered in chocolate. It's amazing. You've got to try it. Just add whatever little bits and pieces you like. There's a bit of cherry there. I love chocolate covered cherries. Yummy, yummy. That's the end of another vlog. I really hope you've enjoyed this weekend's vlog, and I'm ready to start the new one. It's going to be a very busy week, and we're going to get the Christmas tree and start getting all the Christmas stuff out. I'm currently going to be making my son a Christmas tree and homemaking decorations, so that's going to be really fun. So that will all be shared in the next Christmas vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Please like my video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Bye.
Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.